How's it going, everyone? ND Sean 45 coming at you. It's been a while since my last sports video, so I thought I better get on here and give you guys one. Keep a nice little balance between the different topics that I cover on this channel. Well, my Chicago Cubs have given me a reason to give you guys a sports video. Earlier this evening, well, technically last night, the Cubs made a big splash in free agency, and they signed closing pitcher Craig Kimbrel, who has been sitting on the market for the last 7 or 8 months. And of course, we all know the reason why he had been sitting on the market. Unrestricted free agent. If you signed him before that, you had to give up, I think it was what? First round draft pick or two, something like that. So it was going to cost you if you signed him. Well, the MLB draft was on Monday, so he became unrestricted, and the Cubs swooped him up for, I believe it was a 3-year, $45 million contract, but technically at this point, a 2 2/3 contract and $45 million. Now, first off, I like the signing. Craig Kimbrel, this past decade or so, he has been one of the best closers in the game. I think 333 saves, 14th on the all-time saves list. So he's been good. What more do I need to say? One hell of a closing pitcher, and that is something that the Cubs have definitely needed some help on this year, because the bullpen to this point in the season has just been absolutely atrocious. They pretty much have their whole farm system in their bullpen right now, and that is, I don't think a concern is a good enough term to describe it. 11 out of 22 save opportunities, not good. So acquiring Craig Kimbrel, just nothing but plus. I'm not exactly sure how soon he's going to be ready to go. Time will just have to tell on that one. But still, though, it's good knowing that we'll have a solidified closer in place, and we can move guys like Pedro Strop and Montgomery back to their roles of being, middle relief and setup guys and so on. So this is definitely a big signing for the Cubs. I think Kimbrel will be just fine for us. Just has to, get all the rust out after sitting there on the market for so long. But I'm pretty sure he's been staying pretty well busy in his training and while not playing. But yeah, great signing. I like it. This should really be a big boost for our bullpen, and just give the Cubs a chance to build more pitchers up through the system and get them ready. So overall, I like the acquisition. It is definitely a big one that helps this club out big time. Honestly, I'm amazed that we're still atop of the National League Central with all the problems that we've been having in our bullpen. But thankfully, our offense hasn't disappointed us this year. That's been the big part. Now, with this acquisition, a few thoughts come to mind. Got guys of this core group that are going to be coming up for contract here in the next couple of years. We're talking guys like Bryant, Javi Baez, Addison Russell, I believe Jason Hayward. I know that this is his 4th year with us, and I know it was a 7-year contract, but I forget if it was a club option or a player option after the 4th year. I'm not exactly sure. But then you have Kyle Schwarber in the mix. With this acquisition of Craig Kimbrel, and $45 million contract, along with the contracts of other guys on the team, the one thing that this tells me is someone or some ones are going to be on their way out. And you got to look at all the scenarios here. Chris Bryant, when his contract is up, we know that he's going to want Bryce Harper, Mike Trout kind of money. I mean, we're talking like $300 million contract here. Javier Baez, he has said that he wants to be a Cub for life. How much that's going to cost us, I don't know. Rizzo, I think he's with us through 2022 or 23. I'm not exactly sure on that, but he's going to want to get paid. Addison Russell, the situation with the domestic violence suspension, are the Cubs going to keep him? Kyle Schwarber, let's face it. I think he is really more. Well, hell, I know it. He's a DH. He's not really. He's not really a. He's more suited for the AL than the DH. What more can I say? So there's all kind of factors here that play in for these next couple of years. Who are the Cubs going to keep? Who's going to be walking? I don't know if they're going to be able to keep anybody. Anybody. Everybody. Pardon me. And I say that because you got the luxury tax. If the Cubs want to stay under that luxury tax, then somebody's going to have to go. Who's it going to be? Myself, I don't know. I can only speculate. I was talking with my brother last week and one of our friends, and honestly, I agree with them on this. It would be wise for the Cubs to wrap up Baez now because you can get him a lot cheaper, and then maybe try to free up some space if you want to try to keep Bryant. But yeah, I mean, there's so many different scenarios I can play out with this, and this signing of Craig Kimbrel definitely changes things quite a bit. So if you want to keep this core together and be under the luxury tax, then I just think you're gonna have to sacrifice someone. And I don't know. I'll leave this up for you guys in the comment box to discuss. What are your opinions about this, especially from you Cubs fans out there? What are your thoughts? Who do you think is gonna go? Who do you think is going to walk? Do you think there's a way that the Cubs organization could keep this group together and avoid the luxury tax? I'd like to hear your thoughts. I'm just basically trying to start the conversation with this latter part of the video. But overall, I like the signing of Craig Kimbrel. Big help, big boost for the bullpen. It's something that this organization has really needed for this season because it's been bad. But unfortunately, when you spend a lot of money, someone's going to have to walk. So you guys take over from here. I'll join in with the comments, but let me know what you think. So on that note, guys, this is ND Sean 45 signing off. God bless, and go Cubs!